there, Kaylin here, and thank you for joining me for another video in the Too Many Cards series that Emily Leapart and I created. In this video, we're both using supplies from Stampin' Up!, specifically the Foxy Friends stamp set, the Fox Builder punch, and the Pinewood Planks embossing folder. Stampin' Up! Also generously supplied some Nature's Twine in a few different colors and cardstock for us to use on our projects. Here's a closer look at the Fox Builder punch. It's really nice, super heavy duty, and folds down if you want to store it nice and flat. So it's very easy. All you have to do is just slide your cardstock into it and then make sure it goes to the edge so you cut out all the shapes. And then I use just 2 hands to get a nice even punch, and it easily punches out all of the shapes. So here I just show what it looks like if you use different colors of cardstock. You can combine some of those punched out pieces to make your own custom fox or cat shape, or really any other animal you can dream up. So now I'm just taking some very vanilla cardstock that I punched out using the Fox Builder punch, and then I'm taking the kind of seated position fox stamp from the Foxy Friends set, and I'm going to stamp that down using some Calypso coral ink, also from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to do this in 2 parts. I'm just going to use the same stamp and stamp the body down, and then I'm going to stamp the head. Now, since the tail punches out separately, I'm going to stamp that down again using the same color ink that I used for the head and the body of the fox. So here's what the fox looks like all pieced together. I really love this. You can kind of layer them, use foam tape, and really customize it. So here's the little face piece that also punches out with the Fox Builder punch. And so I laid it there and picked one of the faces from the stamp set. It comes with a few different ones. So I thought this one would work really well with that bottom white face piece. So just using some black ink and stamping that closer to the top of the head so that I have room for that bottom piece. So now that I have all my pieces together, I'm just using my favorite adhesive, the Tombow Mono Multi Glue, to glue them all together, and then always using my quick stick to help just pick up those tiny pieces and make the whole process go a lot faster. Now that my fox is assembled, I'm going to cut out a circle for him to live on, and the circle is also a Stampin' Up! Die. It's part of the Stitched Shapes Framelits die set, and you get a bunch of different circles, so I'm just using the largest one. I'm going to cut that out of some very vanilla cardstock and then do a little bit of stamping. I'm thinking I'm going to put this tree, there's a bigger and a smaller one, and I think one of those is going to work really well on this circle. So I decided on the smaller of the 2 trees. I really love the stamp set altogether, but I just love the little details that are in this tree. So I'm using some Tranquil Tide ink, also from Stampin' Up!, just priming my stamp a little bit by rubbing my fingers along it and then stamping it in my ink and pressing it down on my stitched circle. And I just love the deep green color of this. And again, those little details on it I think are so nice. So now I decided this scene could use a couple extra details, so there are several different mushroom stamps in the Foxy Friends set. So I'm going to use a couple of different ones of those and just stamp them in some soft brown ink that I have from Hero Arts, and just put them in the foreground of this little scene. Now I'm going going to move on to my card base. So again, taking some very vanilla cardstock, and then I'm going to put this in the Pinewood Planks embossing folder and just run that through my Sizzix Big Shot machine. And here you can see what it looks like when it's all done. I absolutely love this. I can see myself using it on a bunch of projects just because I love wood grain and it really rolls through the machine so easily. So now I'm just taking some peach cardstock, marking off where I want to cut it down, and then using my Fiskars paper trimmer to cut that down, and that's going to be where I put the circle and the fox. Once I find the placement that I like, I'm just taking my Tombow glue once again and placing that circle down on the pink cardstock square. Now I'm taking some Nature's Twine that comes in a pack of 4, and the one I'm using is the Crumb Cake color, which is just a really nice neutral color, and I'm cutting that down and tying that in a bow around my square focal point. Once I'm done getting that bow the size that I want and adjusting it a bunch of times, I'm just taking my Fiskars scissors and then trimming the ends off of it. Now I'm taking another stamp set from Stampin' Up. I've got quite the collection of their stuff, so I wanted to use as much of their items as possible. So in this stamp set, there are tons of little sentiments. I think this one is actually discontinued, so I don't want to draw too much attention to it if you can't get it, but it does have a lot of great small sentiments. So I just took the word happy and the word birthday, and I'm going to be stamping those down on the peach cardstock square, and I'm using the Calypso Coral ink again to do this so that it matches nicely with the fox color. But you could really use any stamp set that you have on hand, any like small sentiment, and of course this card could be used for any occasion. I just always need birthday cards, so I thought I would make it a birthday card. Now that that's all done, I'm just going to take some foam adhesive squares and place my fox down on top, and then I decided to also pop up the whole peach cardstock square itself. So just taking a bunch of smaller foam squares, putting those on the perimeter of that, and then I'm going to place it down on the card front. Now that that's adhered, I'm just going to take my scissors and cut off a little bit more of that twine on the top, and then glue the center down with a glue dot just to make sure that it stays in place. And that's going to finish off the card. I really hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to take a look at Emily's video to see how she makes a card with this same stamp set. And also, Stampin' Up! Is doing a giveaway with us, so you have the chance to win your own Foxy Friends stamp set as well as the Fox Builder Punch. So be sure to leave a comment below on my video and on Emily's so that you double your chances to win. And take a look over at my blog, which I will link below, for all of the supplies that I used as well as more details on the giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to catch my latest crafty videos and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Thanks so much.